the one thing that got me in that reveal, like, you can say whatever you want about the game, but the crowd was just the funniest shit. Seriously, like, if you haven't watched the live stream, go back and watch it. There's one guy who keeps, like, yelling "let's go" at everything they say, and, like, when they revealed the zombies maps, like the first two, the crowd were like and then they revealed, like, the third one, Mob of the Dead, and they were just like,
ain't that swell?
but what's going on, guys? GeneralGerbil here, and today I'm going to be giving out 3 videos, and they're going to be like a rundown of each of the 3 modes that they revealed for Black Ops 4, and like all the important details that you really need to know to get into the game if you did miss the live stream. So they're going to be 3 separate videos on multiplayer, zombies, and Blackout itself, each of them having their own separate information and details and things like that, and even some gameplay if I can find some. Probably not the zombies because none of the gameplay was released for that, but maybe for the multiplayer, and there was none for Blackout either, so just multiplayer. But there's a lot to go through. I've taken a lot off Reddit and Instagram, so if I've used some stuff, like information who I've used, like, you'll find it in the description below. But other than that, let's get right into it. So this video is going to be about multiplayer itself. The first thing that you need to know is that it's supported on Battle.net this time. It's not on Steam. It's going to be Battle.net exclusive, so that means they're going to be working with Blizzard and people who made Overwatch, and you can kind of see that in the way the game is and the way the multiplayer plays. I didn't go myself, obviously, I'm still in Britain, but apparently the way that it plays and the kind of specialists that you can have, you see how it, like, influences from, like, Siege and Overwatch and things like that. But it's going to be 100% on Battle.net, not on Steam. So unfortunately, if you're like me, you've got almost every card on Steam. It's a bit of a wounder, but I'm just going to have to buy it on Battle.net. But that also begs the question, will they have custom map support for zombies? Because obviously Steam has Steam Workshop that people go on, they make their own maps. Again, that's for the zombies video. It's on Battle.net, and Blizzard are helping, like, them develop it, kind of. Like, Beanox are doing the PC port. They're going to be involved somehow, so if you want to get it on PC, Battle.net is the place to go to. Now, the next thing that got the crowd hype was the fact that it's 100% boots on the ground. Vonderhaar made a point of saying that you can't thrush jump, you can't wall run. It's 100% boots on the ground, so I don't like the jetpack stuff. I've been playing Black Ops 3, personally, when I was playing with all my mates. I was saying, like, I'm sick of people jumping in the air and double jumping and not being able to fight on the ground. Obviously, because it's been revealed, I'm going back to Black Ops 3, but I personally didn't like it. But Vonderhaar said that it's 100% boots on the ground. The only thing you're going to be able to do is slide, and it's not even like a boost slide, it's literally just a slide. So no wall running. Like, think World War II, that's what it's going to be like, but without the dolphin dive. And personally, I'm so happy that they're going back to this kind of like their roots. So that's what we've got. We've got 100% boots on the ground. And finally, the main thing you need to know before we get into, like, the actual, like, kind of gameplay mechanics is the fact that specialists are returning. And it's not just me saying specialists are returning. Some of the specialists from Black Ops 3 are returning from Black Ops 3. This is because the game is set between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. Personally, I wanted a Black Ops 2 reveal, but I'll take it. They're set between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, which means people like Ruin, Prophet, I can't remember what the girl was called with the Annihilate. Actually, I've got Black Ops 3 open. Let me just check for you. So the people that were shown that were coming back were Ruin. Doesn't have gravity spikes, it's actually got like a gravity, like, pummel thing. He kind of, like, slams it all down. So one big kind of cylinder thing that he just slams down instead of his spikes. Didn't see any Outrider. Prophet we saw kind of. I can't remember what his weapon was. And it's unsure if they have a weapon and an ability, or whether it's just a weapon or whether it's just ability, because obviously some have weapons, and some, like, one guy had a riot shield, another guy could deploy razor wire and things like that, so it's weird. Battery's coming back. Seraph, that's her name. Nomad, don't know. Reaper, don't know. Spectre, don't know. But Firebreak's coming back, and he looks sick. He looks actually, like, wicked. I can't wait to replay him. But yeah, specialists are back from Black Ops 3, and there are some new ones coming in. There's a guy with a dog as well, and like I said, a guy with a riot shield and razor wire. But they're coming back, so you'll be able to play as those. Now, the first gameplay element that I'm really happy about is the fact that there's no auto health regen. A lot of people have been saying this for years in Call of Duty, saying it's too easy. You get shot a million times, just hide behind cover, and then you're fine again because you can get up and just shoot. Not this time. In multiplayer, you have to actually heal yourself. There's I don't know who it was, but on the trailer they showed, like, a woman with a gun. It wasn't even on the trailer, it was on the reveal. In the background there was a woman with, like, a gun, and it had a screen on it. She aimed it at her 2 mates and went like pew pew, and it healed them. But now you click L1 to heal yourself. People are saying it's about a 6-second cooldown, and it only goes on cooldown when you're back up to full health, not from when you use it, so you can't just spam it. So obviously if you're on lower health, it's going to take longer for it to go on cooldown, because it's going to take longer for you to heal up. But auto health regen is gone now, and I'm so happy about that. It adds another tactic. The second thing that we need to talk about is the predictive recoil. A lot of people are going like, well, what's this? Basically, I think in Black Ops 2 and in Black Ops 3, the guns had really unpredictable recoil. It looked like in the code, they'd just be like, okay, give this gun loads of recoil, give this one no recoil. So when you're shooting it, you'd, like, one time you'd, like, shoot it and you'd just, like, go straight up, and then another time you'd, like, shoot it and you'd just, like, go straight up but to the left. This time, like, the guns have predicted recoil, so you can, it's like CSGO, you can predict where your gun is going to go after you fire and adjust for that, so you can keep your gun on your enemy. And also on top of that, there's a new fog of war map. This reminds me of League a lot, but what it is the whole map is shown to you, but the parts you can't see are blacked out until you move into that area, and then like the part behind you just ran from goes black and the part in front of you like appears again. They're saying that you should expect UAVs and things like that to work as they normally would. It's unsure whether the UAVs are going to reveal the whole map or just keep the black outline but put the dots on it, if that makes sense. I don't know. The new fog of war map, personally I know I shouldn't, but I don't look at my map that much, only when I hear a UAVs in or like a Blackbird on Black Ops 1, but I don't use it that much, so it's not a big deal for me, this new fog of war thing, but I'm sure it will change the way I play. I do look at it a lot, but I'm not too sure how this is going to affect how I play. Also, the multiplayer is 5v5, not 6v6. That's a big thing that people are saying. So you got 10 people on it in each game, not 12. And also you can only have one of each specialist on each team. I personally don't like this idea, because if they're doing it the way they did Black Ops 3, each specialist had like their armor sets, you know, their helmets and their bodies that you could unlock and do challenges or get kills with. And if you're grinding, say if I want to get like the firebreak set, if they're doing it, I'm going to have to get into every game and just spam firebreak. Like I'm just going to have to sit there and wait until no one else gets it. So think like Overwatch, when you get a new hero come out and everybody tries to lock them in. That's what it's going to be like, especially for the new ones that no one's played before, like the Razor Wire and the Riot Shield and things like that. People who are already coming back, like Ruin and Firebreak and Seraph, they're going to be fine because people have played them before, they know how they work. The new people, for the first, I'm going to say like the first 2 weeks, you're going to struggle to get those new people. I personally think this is a bad idea. I enjoy going into a game with like 4 profits or, you know, 6 grav spikes and things like that. That's what they're doing. No 2 specialists the same on each team. Now this is about like the game itself. So there is a partial domination score. Now in the past what it used to be is like you could have 4 people on your flag and they'd be capping it, and if you got there in time you would get the same amount of score as everyone else for getting that whole flag. So you could literally go on at the last little sliver and get like 200 points for capping the flag. Not this time. If you get on that flag at the start, you will get the full like 200 points. If you get on it with that sliver left, you'll get like 25 points. They have like an adaptive domination score. The work you do is rewarded for the work you do, if that makes sense. Also, there is no kills counted. Now this one sounds really weird until you explain it. A lot of people in the community are in uprise about this, that the fact that the scoreboard only says like your score, your captures, your defends and whatever, and the damage done is what you're getting. You're not getting a kill, you're not getting a death, it's just damage done. The whole health system is now based off numbers, so like I think it's like each player starts with like 150 health. You can take down 75 of that and then someone else can get the kill and you'd both get the elimination. It's like Overwatch. Again, they're working with Blizzard a lot, so you can see where all this is coming from. On the scoreboard it says damage done. They're going to tally up all the damage you've done, pop it in the scoreboard, and apparently on the scoreboard it says your KDR. I assume you'll have your kills and your deaths on your combat record anyway, so if you were curious, pop on there and have a look. But damage dealt now, not like damage dealt and KDR, not kills, deaths, and then score. We will also be seeing the play of the game return from World War II. No kill cam. League players coming back from Black Ops 2. We haven't seen it since then. That's where you can play against other people and get ranked in it. So each gun has its own set of attachments. Normally, Von der Haar said, like in Black Ops 3, for example, you'd have one set of attachments that would go on one specific class. So like an assault rifle will have these, and submachine gun will have these, and shotgun will have these. Apparently this time all the guns have their own specific set of attachments. I think it's quite cool. We don't know about cameras yet, we don't know about things like paint jobs, we don't know about any of that, but the attachment thing I think is quite cool. The Pick 10 system is back, and the kill streaks that have also been revealed at the reveal event where people actually got to play it are UAV and a counter UAV, Hellstorm, Sentry Gun, the AGR or like the Cerberus, like the little robot that goes around the map for you, the attack helicopter, which I quite like because I don't think we've seen that since Black Ops, and the AC-130, and apparently it is an AC-130, I don't think it's called that because that's Modern Warfare. And the final thing that we need to make clear is there's no season pass yet. Digital Deluxe Edition has been revealed. There's a statue of Steelbook, 1,100 COD points, bonus in-game content, which I think is going to be like camos and stuff because they always do that, and the game. There's no season pass like thus far. It could be the fact that they're going to sell the multiplayer maps like that, and then the assault map like that, and then the zombies map like that, and they're just going to give it you separately so you can like pick what you want. But even if they still do that, I want an option to have it all, so I'm going to buy it all. So give me the option to buy it all without buying it all separately. That is the main thing you need to know for multiplayer. If I have missed anything out, please feel free to leave it in the comments. If you are watching this, thank you very much. I hope you learned something new about the Black Ops 4 beta and the release when it comes out. If you do want to learn more, feel free to go and watch my Blackout video and my Zombies video. There will be videos coming regularly this week, talking about all the zombie stuff, mainly the zombie stuff, but also the multiplayer stuff and the Blackout stuff. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give it a like, and if you want to see more of what I do, feel free to subscribe to me. Other than that, I've been GeneralGerbil.